Hey gang, you know, I just I got news a little while ago, and I really couldn't believe it. I had to check WWE.com. I thought maybe it was just a joke, maybe it was just some kind of nonsense. Uh, and I wanted to do this video real quick for you guys because, as you'll probably see in the title of the video, I'm talking about Roddy Piper. I just found out probably maybe 10-15 minutes ago that he passed away. And this year so far has been it's been amazingly bad for a lot of wrestlers who are very popular. You know, wrestlers I watched growing up, idolized, hated, and everything like that. And you know, I mean, Dusty Rhodes passing away, that was a really big shock. And then I just found out like I said 10-15 minutes ago that Roddy Piper has passed away. Roddy Piper was that one guy growing up that I hated, you know. He was just that kind of guy that you just wanted to see him get his head torn off, and you wanted to see him get his, because he was the villain. He was the bad guy. You know, I mean, people can look through history of wrestling and look at all the great villains, heels of professional wrestling, but Roddy Piper had to be just right up there. I mean, you know, yeah, there were a lot of good guys turned bad, but Roddy Piper was just that one kind of guy that even if he was a good guy, he still kind of played sort of a villain type, because he was crazy, he was outrageous, he said whatever you wanted to say, he could brag, he could do whatever he wanted to do, and he just didn't care. You know, but you know, Roddy Piper was just something to watch. I mean, like I said, when I was a kid, I so wanted to see him get beat up severely. And somehow, some way, he always seemed to escape by the skin of his teeth. And that's what made him one of the greatest heel wrestlers of all time. And I'll tell you honestly, I mean, you know, I'd been reading reports that, you know, he had been in pretty bad health and everything like that, but I wasn't really quite sure what happened. And then reading that he went in his sleep, it hit me pretty hard, but it kind of made me think he went peacefully. And you know, I mean, again, you know, so far this year, losing, you know, guys like Dusty Rhodes, Tommy Rogers of the Fantastics, Nature Boy Buddy Landell, Roddy Piper, so many other wrestlers we've lost. You know, it's really just amazing how you look at these guys as a kid as immortal, but then when you grow up, you realize that they are just mere mortal men, and you know, they only have such an amount of time on this earth. And but like I said, Roddy Piper was the one guy I grew up on the most. You know, Dusty Rhodes, I was introduced to him in '86 when my family and I moved down here to Arkansas, and we started watching WCW wrestling on TBS. And when I watched Dusty Rhodes, I was like, this man is hilarious, and he's crazy, and he's fun to watch. But Roddy Piper was the guy that you just had to hate him, because he was so braggadocious, and he was always just like, I did this, I told you I was going to do this, I told you I was going to do this. And you just hated him for that, because you knew people who were like that, who would just love to brag about, you know, like, told you I was going to do this, told you I was going to do this, da 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 da, blah blah blah, you know. And that's the way Piper was. He was just that kind of guy that you just wanted to hit him with something and knock him out, and just beat the arrogance and the egotism out of him. but now he's gone, and it really feels like this world is just, I don't know. A lot of people like to say that when certain people leave this world, there's never going to be another one like him. That's 100% true with Roddy Piper. There's never going to be another Piper. I don't care what kind of a heel you bring out there to try to get the people to hate him. I mean, yeah, Seth Rollins can be the guy that people will sit there and say, "Oh, I hate Seth Rollins. He's so braggadocious." And I've said it before, I said Seth Rollins is like Roddy Piper. I never said he was going to be the next Roddy Piper, because Seth Rollins will never have what Roddy Piper has and had. So, if you guys want to leave a comment below, sharing your thoughts and feelings about Roddy Piper, everything he did, how you were introduced to him, the whole 9 yards, whether it was some of his really cool movies, or whether or you're like me, you just grew up on the guy and you just hated his guts and you just love to see him get his when the time came. If you want to, please leave a comment below. Love to hear from you guys. Well, I'm gonna get back inside. I'm gonna try to take it easy, maybe see a few Roddy Piper clips and have a good time. And normally I always end my videos by saying stay strong and rock on, but I think I want to leave you guys with a quote that Roddy Piper put in his book, In the Pit with Piper. And it goes a little something like this, and this goes out to Roddy Piper, who I feel like in a way may see this video one day from heaven, or he may still be around here and may be checking it out right now. But to Roddy Piper, I say this to you: may you reach heaven a half hour before the devil even knows you're gone from the world.